Hey preschool friends, it's time for another story and more reading and writing activities. This book makes me laugh every time I read it, so I want you guys to pay special attention, okay? So first, let's look at the cover. Does anyone know what kind of animal this is? It starts with a like Sammy snake, like we learned about last week. It's a sloth. Have you guys ever seen a sloth before? My Monday, Wednesday friends have, because Decker showed us one in his show and tell the other day. But sloths like to sleep, which is another word. So let's see if we can find the other S, the sound. So there's one here. Can anybody else find another one? Here it is right here. So this book is called Sloth Slept On. So let's see what happens when the sloth goes to sleep. He wasn't like any other creature we had ever found in the backyard. We asked him what his name was and what he was doing up in our tree, but there was no answer because he was asleep. Can you see him asleep up in that tree? He looks like he's having a great rest, doesn't he? We had lots of questions, so we set off to find some answers. Let's see. Look, they somehow got him down from the tree, and now he's riding in the back, or in their wagon. But I see something else. I see this right here. Does anyone have a guess as to what that is? It says missing. And what does that look like? That looks like him, doesn't it? So it looks like our sloth friend is missing. The bottom says, please return to the zoo. So what do you think that means? I think it means he was at the zoo and somehow got out, and now the zoo is looking for him. First we asked Dad what he thought, but he was busy. Looks like he's cleaning. We looked in all the books we could find. They were full of pictures and words and places and things, but there was nothing that looked like our new friend. Let's see. Let's look at the books they're reading. This one says, The Rainforest. This one says, Wonders of the Desert. And this one says, Animals of the Ocean. So remember when we talked about habitats, they are looking for what kind of habitat this animal could come from. Maybe he comes from a forest. Maybe he comes from the desert where it's hot and sandy, or maybe he likes the water. Do you think you know what kind of habitat he likes to be in? Keep watching and observing, and we'll see if we can figure it out. We knew he wasn't an elephant. He didn't have a trunk, and he wasn't a tiger either. He didn't have any stripes. He wasn't a horse or a bear. And he let out a loud snore. He was still asleep. He's been asleep for a long time, hasn't he? Perhaps he didn't belong in our backyard at all. Maybe he had traveled for a very long time from somewhere far away. Oh, what do they think he might be? He looks like an astronaut. Do you think sloths live in space? I don't think so. Let's see. Maybe he was a ferocious pirate who had been sailing the seas and was sleepy from all his adventures. Look at I think the pirate sloth looks so funny. But he looks like a pirate, doesn't he? Do you think sloths dress up like pirates? Ooh, he might even be a brave knight who was exhausted from spending all of his time fighting dragons. Do you think sloths really fight dragons? Let's find out. Oh, let's look at this page, friends. One of the friends is holding up a book. And what do you see in that book? I see a picture of a sloth. I think she might have found where our friend is from. Look! He is not an elephant or an astronaut or a pirate or a knight. What does this book look like? What does it have on it? It says, The Rainforest. He must be from the rainforest. He is an animal called a sloth. We learned that our friend usually lives in the beautiful rainforest of Central and South America. That's right down here. This sloth is a type called a three-toed sloth. How many toes do you have? I hope you have 10. This sloth only has 3. See them on his feet? So he has a lot less than you. He uses his strong grip to stay in trees. Sloths move very, very slowly. The sloth is a very sleepy animal. He can sleep hanging in a tree for up to 20 hours a day. That's a long time, friends. The rainforest has all the things that a sloth likes to eat, such as leaves, fruit, twigs, and even bugs. Sometimes a sloth lives in the same tree in the rainforest for years at a time. So they love to sleep, they move very slowly, and they like to stay in the same tree sometimes. The rainforest sounded wonderful, so we decided there was only one thing to do. We found a nice big box and used all the stamps we could find. We packed him some lovely leaves to eat and toys for the journey. And this box right here says, "Please send to the rainforest." And in is going our sloth friend. Hopefully he makes it. We were so happy the sloth had come all the way from the rainforest to visit. We would miss him lots, but we were glad that he would be waking up back where he belongs. Uh-oh, it's another one of these missing signs. Do you think the sloth really lives in the rainforest, or maybe does he live in the zoo? Deep in the rainforest, the sloth finally stirred. He had been having the most wonderful sleep. He slowly lifted his head and looked around and said, excuse me, which way to the zoo? Did they send him to the right place? No, but at least it's a place that he likes to live and has all of the things that he needs to live, like leaves and bugs and all of the food that he enjoys and the trees he likes to climb. All right, friends, we're going to learn a couple new animal friends in our Zoo Phonics alphabet, and then I'm going to give you a couple activities to do. You ready? First, we are going to do Vincent Vampire Bat. He's the letter V, and he sounds like this. V. Can you guys try it with me? Get your little teeth out. V. Very good. Do you hear the Vincent Vampire at this beginning of very? This friend is a W. His name is Willy Weasel. Can you say Willy Weasel? He sounds like this. Put your fingers together and then put them in a roller coaster and say whoa, 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 whoa. Now my Monday, Wednesday friend, we have Or friends. We have one friend in our class that starts with a w, w, w. Whose name starts with that sound? Can you think of it? It's w, w, Willem. Willem starts with a W. So now, friends, we are going to talk about some letters. Now, every letter has a uppercase and a lowercase. Sometimes we call them a big letter and a little letter. So these all of our zoo friends are our little letters. But I am going to send you all this alphabet sheet, and it shows you the uppercase and the lowercase, the big letter and the little letter. So this, we know when we see this little letter, that's what? That's an A for Allie Alligator. And so this little A goes with this uppercase A. That's also an A for Allie Alligator. So I want you guys to look at this chart and start to get to know it, especially the letters in your name, okay? Because we're going to use it for an activity. I want you guys to play a matching game. And you're going to use this. And you're going to use something I send you, or you can make your own version at home if you don't have a printer. So I'm going to send you some big letters. But next to our big letters, they have a big open space. So I want you guys to cut out these letters, just like this, in a rectangle. And then I want you to use your chart to find the lowercase letter that goes with it. So let's look for this letter. Do you guys see this letter on our chart? It goes down one way, down the other, and across in the middle. I see it right here. So we need to match this uppercase A to a lowercase a. Now, I don't have magnet tiles or magnet letters at home, so I made some of my own. Can you guys find which of these has a little a? I hope you're pointing at this one. So I'm going to match my little a to my big A right here. And just like that, I finished my first one. So let's try one more together. Which letter is this one? Do you guys see this one that goes down and around and around? Anywhere up here? It's right here. So we need to look for our little B, because look, this is our Bubba Bear. So I'm going to hold up those other two letters, and I want you to find this one. Which one is it? It's this one. So then we're going to stick or put whatever little letters you have at home right here next to it. And I want you to keep going with the letters in your name or the letters, all of them, in the alphabet if you want. And the last thing I'm going to send you, we're going to start writing some numbers. Remember, numbers are things like 1, 2, and 3. And letters are A, B, and C. So I'm going to send you these pages. And when you get them, I want you to put your finger on the dot. And then I want you to draw the number. What number is this? The number 1. So put your finger up here and go down. And then at the bottom here, there's lots of different numbers. I want you to take a crayon or a marker, and I want you to color in all the number 1s, okay? So would you color this one? No, because that's the number 3. Yes. This, would you color this one? Yes, because it's the number 1, and we want to color all the number 1s. You're going to do this with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll finish the rest of the numbers next week. But 1 through 5, and then I want you to do the matching game for sure the letters in your name, and more if you have time or want to. Sound good, friends? I I'm so excited to see your guys' work. Make sure your mom or dad takes a picture or lets me know that you finished it. And I can't wait to see you guys for our Zoom call story time this week. I'll see you later, friends.